Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now. I'm Shrishti Sharma and with me today is Samit Sarkar. And viewers, this is the show where you get answers for all your stock-related queries. In a short while from now, we will connect with our experts where you get a chance to connect live with us on a WhatsApp number that will be flashing on the top of the screen. But before that, let's have a quick look at what the markets are up to. The markets seem to be drifting lower just after stabilizing with some of the opening ticks. We did see some pressure building in for both the benchmark indices as of now. Nifty 50 is down about 150 points, Bank Nifty down about 460 points, and the pressure is clearly coming in from the banking major HDFC Bank. Mild recovery from the day's lowest point, but not a substantial one. But also let's have a look at some of the top gainers and losers on the benchmark indice. Then Bajaj Auto, after an inline set of numbers and a positive commentary, is seen to be trading higher, around 4% of gains coming in for Bajaj Auto, record high levels for this one. NTPC, Coal India, BPCL were some of the PSCs that are seen to be buzzing. On the flip side, Tech Mahindra, another result candidate, is seen to be drifting lower. Adani Enterprise, Axis Bank and SBI Life are some of the counters reeling under pressure, and some of the pharma names are also not in a good shape as of today. But the breadth of the market as of now is still in the favors of the bull. Let's see how the second half pans out to be, because this is going to be a truncated week as well as just ahead of the long weekend. Let's see what the markets end the week at. But with that, viewers, let's move on and let's try and take as many queries as possible that you send us daily. Just a quick note that you can connect with us live on a WhatsApp number that is on your screen, as well as you can also write to us on our social media pages, on our Twitter as well as Facebook pages. Let's move on then and let's connect with our experts for today. I would like to welcome Kunal Bothra on the technical front as well as on the fundamental side. Sharmila Joshi is joining us. A very good morning to both of you and thank you so much for your time. Let me take the first query that I have is coming from Sunny from Kolkata. And Kunal, let me have your take on this one, because he's invested in HDFC Bank and he says that he's at a huge loss, though he didn't share his buy price. But he now wants any stock recommendations from you so that he can make a recovery versus the loss that he has faced in HDFC.
So I think if you've already booked out losses on HDFC Bank, then it could be a good strategy, because I believe that the stock may consolidate for at least another few weeks before it gets into any kind of a recovery. In terms of an alternate stock, which I would recommend is could be from the high beta pocket. So I would probably recommend a Tata Steel or a SAIL from the metal pack, because my belief is that these stocks are at the cusp of a turnaround for themselves. So the risk attached towards these stocks is very high, because the markets are also facing through a corrective phase. So you have to keep your position size as well as stop loss at place. But I believe SAIL as well as Tata Steel could be good bets from a shorter play.
The next query is coming in from Bipasha Keshri, again from Kolkata. Now she has around 20 shares of CEAT bought at a price of around 2,500. She can hold these shares for 3 months. Kunal, what would you suggest her? Sell or hold? The numbers are pretty much good, but let's see how the stock is performing.
Well, yeah, I think it looks attractive even at current levels. In fact, many of these stocks have actually come back to their mean reversion phases for themselves. So I would actually be of the belief that it's a good strategy as well as good sign to try and hold on to these stocks. So my recommendation would be to hold.
All right, moving on to the next one, and this one is coming from P. Suribabu. And Sharmila, I'm not sure whether you track this one or not, but this one is on TARC. P. Suribabu is holding 400 shares since the past 3 years. He didn't share his buy price. The stock has been moving off late. Any view on this one?
No, I'm sorry, I don't track.
All right, no worries. Let me take another query from the similar space. Sharmila, any take on Navin Fluorine? This query is from Ashok. He's holding 450 shares at a price close to 4,500 rupees.
So what we've really seen happen in chemicals as a space is that, at one time we had anything that had chemical attached to it sort of doing a runaway rally, and then sort of reality has returned because there has been, ever since China's opened up, there has been dumping, etc. So you sort of need to be now stock specific more than stock specific, product specific, that which is the exact product that you're talking of. So I think this stock has had a fairly deep correction, and overall valuation seem reasonable, but recovery is going to be slow. So you've got to keep that in mind because I think from what I understand, all the inventory buildup that was there, I think now that problem is sort of getting sorted. So going ahead, things could sort of return to normalcy, but you're not going to see the excitement that there was 2 years back, but you should see an improvement from current level. So you need to be patient, and if you have that, then you can continue.
Next query is coming in from Manish, and he's holding around 500 shares of Copran, and he can hold it for a month, Kunal. So have you looked at this chart stock, Copran?
Yeah, I do track the stock. In fact, I tracked this at a point in 2020 when the stock had broken past above a major rounding bottom pattern. This was almost like a 10-12 year pattern which had broken out for the stock around 120 or 110 levels for Copran. It's done reasonably well from there, went up to 350, 380. Corrected back towards 100 and now back towards 250 mark. So one thing is certain that it's a high beta name, high beta stock, and my sense is now that the stock should be able to get into a recovery or a retest towards the 350 mark. It may take some bit of time. There could be a lot of volatility in between, but I think if you are okay holding on to the stock, even in those tough volatile times, then I would believe 350, 400 could be a potential target for the stock.
All right, the next question is also for you, Kunal. This one is on Biocon. Satya has been holding Biocon, and he has actually bought these shares at a price of 284 rupees. Now the stock is seen to be drifting lower. So what to do next? Any levels to watch out for? And is this a good time to average as well?
See, the structure is very bullish for Biocon on the weekly as well as on the monthly basis. Now, of course, the stock, one of the bigger concern rather for the stock is that it keeps on coming into the FNO ban, and I think that dampens the immediate, or it just puts a break to an immediate uptrend for the stock. We saw that happening for Biocon even in the previous rallies for the stock 3-6 months back. So I would believe that that's a very short-term kind of a phenomena. The chart structure on the weekly and the monthly charts are quite bullish. If you can convert this from futures position to maybe a cash position and hold on to the stock for another 6 months or so, there is a strong chance for recovery for the stock.
And the next query is from Mr. Manish Shah from Gujarat, and it's for you, Sharmila Joshi. He has around 70 shares of MOIL bought at a price of around 340 rupees per share. He can hold them for long term. What would be your advice here?
I think to hold. Once again, I think in terms of valuation, this seems a little high. But lately we have seen fairly decent numbers from sort of related companies, so maybe that trend could continue. In any case, I think this stock warrants a hold from my side.
All right, but with this, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in order to take more of your stock-related queries.
Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now. The first query coming in now is from Somasekar from Hyderabad. Now he has around 90 shares of KPIT Tech bought at a price of around 1000 rupees per share. The prices are down around 6% today in trade. Kunal, what would be your view here? Should he continue to hold this counter or sell?
See, I think over the last few days I've been highlighting that mid-cap IT is a space where I think one should start looking to book profits or at least gear up for a corrective wave. I would still believe that this is a corrective wave which is going on for possibly the mid-cap IT names because of the way these stocks have run up and as compared to large-cap stocks which are now looking a lot more attractive. So I would believe that the stock over the near term may correct till 1200, 1250 mark, but that could be just about a further 10%, 12% correction further for KPIT Tech. If you want to hold on to the stock and ride on to that phase of volatility, then I believe that could be a strategy where you can look out for upside targets of another 1600 to 1700, say in the next 6 months to 9 months. If not, then you can book profits over here and look to buy back at 1200, 1250 mark.
Right. Once again, a query for you, Kunal, because this one is a short-term query coming from Sonali. She's holding 250 shares of Hinduja Global Solutions and a buying price is 1017 rupees. Any chance of this getting into profit by March 2024?
So there is a possibility that the stock may get into a mild recovery, and the only reason for that which I would suggest is because the volumes have started to inch up higher. Now the stock in the last 9 or 10 months from March 2023 had broken below the 200-day moving average. That was the point when the stock was at 1300 and it's fallen by almost 30% to 40% from those levels. So the only scope of recovery which I am expecting is possibly because of the turnaround in terms of volumes and the prices have stopped falling. This could probably be a sign that maybe there could be some recovery at play for the stock. So I would suggest a hold. In case if it breaks past about 1000 levels, it could be a very good time for you to average and look out for an immediate target of 1100 to 1150.
Well, the next query is coming in from Anuradha from Mumbai and it's for you, Sharmila. She wants to make fresh investment in Tata Group companies for around 3 to 5 years. Can you just tell me which of these companies would be a good bet according to you? Her list includes TCS, Tata Elxsi, Tata Tech, Trent, Tata Consumers, Tata Chemical, Tata Power, Tata Motors and Titan. As per you, in which stocks should she start doing an SIP currently?
So very honestly, all the stocks are good. And one more suggestion that I would like to give is that whichever stocks you select, do an SIP, do a sort of a stagger your buying. Don't buy everything together, but buy incrementally. So what I would really recommend is that definitely go for one technology name. So either Tata Tech or Tata Elxsi, pick one of those. I would go with Tata Tech. Then I think Tata Consumer has been a favorite of mine. So you either buy Tata Consumer or Tata Chemical. Again, as I said, my preference would be Tata Chemical. And then buy a slightly sort of, old economy sort of business. So either buy a Tata Steel or buy a Tata Motors. There actually I don't have a preference because, both will have their cycles. If metals really go into this overdrive sort of cycle, then you could really see Tata Steel outperforming. At the same time, we've already started seeing Tata Motors sort of make those moves once their numbers have come into place. So these could be the three stocks that you could look at. And of course, I think Trent and Titan will sort of add that little additional consumer sort of field going ahead. So that could be the fourth stock. So those could be the 3 or 4 stocks that you could look at. But as I said, don't buy everything together, but invest in it. Every time market falls or the stock falls, buy a little more.
Sharmila, once again a query for you. This one is from Poonam from Punjab, and she's holding 2 counters where she's sitting at a loss. Firstly is Edelweiss Financials. Her buying price is 77 rupees, and she also has shares of Lakshmi Organic, and her buying price here is 290 rupees. What's the scope of recovery in both of these names and any targets as well?
So I think Edelweiss Financial, given the fact that a lot of these companies in the related space are giving good numbers, possibly you can take heart from that and stay invested, because at the end of the day, it's the same market that they're all addressing, and they are present in a whole host of the same sort of similar businesses, whether it is broking, whether it is AMC, etc., etc. So I think that given the fact that markets have been on this kind of a move, maybe you could see something there as well. So I think stay put for now. So that I would definitely recommend holding. Lakshmi Organics, honestly, I've never really tracked it, but from a valuation perspective, it looks so-so. I do honestly think that this stock could correct a little bit more from here. So I'm sort of neutral on the stock, so I would really leave it to her, but I don't really see the stock going up in a hurry.
Thank you, Sharmila, for that. With that, let's slip into a short break and we'll address more investor queries post that.
Welcome back to Buy Now Sell Now, where we get you answers for all your stock related queries, and let's continue the same in the rapid fire session. And the first up query that I have, Kunal, is coming in on NHPC. B. Soumya wants to know, is this a good price to enter in a stock like NHPC?
Well, it may not be the best price to enter, but you can definitely start buying small quantity at current levels and then add on dips.
The next query is from Mr. Shah from Surat, and Sharmila, it's for you. He has around 500 shares of Jio Finance bought at a price of 260. Should he continue to hold it for a long term?
Absolutely.
Okay, Sharmila, what's your take on Tanla platform? Chandrasekharan is holding 100 shares at a price of 1220 rupees. Should he average at this point in time? Can he average at this point in time, or just hold on to this one?
I think hold what you have. And to average, I think wait a little bit. And if you get an opportunity, maybe a couple of weeks down the line, then think of average.
The next query is from Mr. Padmasiva Rao from Bangalore, and it's on Shyam Metallics, and it's for you, Kunal. He has around 20 shares bought at a price of 625. Any near-term target?
Well, I would suggest to hold on and keep a trailing stop loss of 620 and look out for targets of 725.
Alright, Sharmila, any take on Z Entertainment? Ramesh is holding 200 shares at a price of 283 rupees. Sell, hold or average?
Very honestly, I've had a sell on it for the longest time, but at this price, I really don't.
The next query is from Venkata Raman from Hyderabad, and Sharmila, it's for you. He's asking, should he buy Laurus Labs after the fall today?
you should not.
Kunal, any take on GSPL? Saroja is holding 250 shares at a price of 290 rupees. What's the view for a long-term investment?
Long-term targets are quite attractive. On the upside, would look out for at least 450 to 500 if you are a investor with a time frame of 1 to 2 years.
Next query is from Mr. Tulsi, and he has around 220 shares of GMR Infra bought at a price of 77 rupees. Should he hold or exit? Sharmila, what would be your view here?
I think you can continue to hold this. I believe this is GMR Airports, right? So
GMR
I'm
Infra, that is
positive-
GMR Airports.
Yeah, so I think.
Kunal, what's your take on Asian Paints? Rebecca is holding these shares at a price of close to 3,400 rupees. Can she add more at current levels or just hold on?
I would recommend to exit on rallies, even minor rallies for Asian Paints.
All right, with this, it's time's up in this edition of Rapid Fire as well as on the Buy Now Sell Now show. Thank you so much, Kunal and Sharmila, for joining us today and helping all our viewers resolve their stock-related queries. But viewers, before we wrap the show, New India Assurance CMD also spoke with ET Now's Anurag Shah on the announcement, wherein Neerja Kapoor believes that this move is a major step that will benefit the policy holders. So let's go across and listen into what's new happening with New India Assurance.
This is a great initiative taken by the entire general insurance industry, and one of the rare initiatives when all of us have got together. This is something which is going to help all the general insurers, and more importantly, it will help our policyholders and the general public at large. As you know that many of the insurers each have their own individual network. Some of the insurers have a network of say 4,000 hospitals. They also tap the TPA network, which is another 10,000 hospitals. But in the entire ecosystem, there are about 50,000 hospitals.
So companies would be able to bring down the combined ratio, because we have seen that the combined ratio is completely increasing now for retail. It has gone to 124%.
Yes, definitely it will, because insurance works in large numbers. The larger the number of people are covered, the costs will obviously come down. So with this initiative, it will attract more and more people to take insurance, and which will result in reduction in
And
premiums.
there is a complete acceptability between all the companies to agree on the different rates for cashless everywhere.
Yes, absolutely. This is actually an initiative which is driven by the regulator also. So all the entire general insurance industry, comprising of all the insurance companies, including the SAHI companies, we have all decided to partake in this and share the same platform.
And by when you will be rolling out this?
This is going to be rolled out immediately.